Қазіргі сабақты бастамас бұрын сілтемедегі слайдты ашып алыңыз. Summary completion strategy. Okay, what is summary completion? Summary, it's a short description of the whole passage. Okay, yeah, a short description. It includes only the most important parts of the passage. Here, you should be very careful because you just need the strategy. Let's read it. Step number 1. Read the question carefully and note how many words you can write. Normally 1, 2, or 3. And if you should get the words from the reading text or a list. Schemes, there are two types of summary completion. Is when you find the answer from the list of the list, or when you find it from the text straight away. There is a difference because how to tell you, because even when from the summary you can just directly put the word into the answer, but from the list there will be no direct answer. You should find the synonym for the word in the text and find it in the list and put it to the answer. Okay, I think that you are messed up. Don't worry, you will look at it closer in practice. Next, skim the summary and try to understand the overall meaning, but if you have lack of time, I wouldn't recommend you to do the step number 2. You could just skip it. Number 3, try to practice the answers before you look at the reading text. Also, think about the word type, noun, verb, and adjective that should be included. Yeah, think about the grammar, of course. It will really help you. Number 4, if you have a list of words, try to guess which 2 or 3 answer might be. I wouldn't recommend you to do this because it really takes time. Pay attention to grammar. For example, the article and signals about the singular form noun that starts from a vowel, or is signals about a singular form of the subject. Number 5, identify which part of the reading text summary relates to. Scanning for synonyms for the summary will help you to do this. We'll look at this step more closer. And number 6, look at the part of the section more carefully and choose the correct answer. Remember to be careful with synonyms or synonyms. Okay, so there is a difference. I guess one of it was in British English, one synonym or synonym, I don't know, and the second word was in American. Number 7, check to see if your word makes the sentence grammatically correct, because sometimes the word cannot be grammatically correct, but so be careful. We will do this exercise practice in today's lecture, and you will understand it more deeply, don't worry. But there are some problems faced with summary completion questions, which will be overcome through looking at the slide. This question does not expect you to have a detailed understanding of the text. It means you can do scanning. Some students lose lots of time reading the whole text and trying to understand every single detail, which is not recommended. You don't need to do this. Focus more on the summary in the question. That is all. Just find the keyword work only with specific words. You don't have lots of time in order to read the text in detailed manner. Next, some students read the summary and they look for the exact same words in the reading text. You are unlikely to find the answer very quickly because the examiners try to trick you by putting the same word in the other part of the passage. In most cases, answer is located where there is a synonym or paraphrasing of the word. Okay? Next common mistake is to ignore grammar rules when completing the summary. It really happens sometimes. If the sentence does not make sense grammatically, then you have the wrong answer. Then it means you should search for the answer in the other place. The examiners also try to trick you by putting a word from the text as one of the options, like the right word. But some students recognize this and think this is a correct answer. No, it is probably wrong because the answer will normally be a synonym rather than a matching word. Answer in the list should be exact synonym, not the exact word. Be careful. For example, here, let's do some practice. Number 1, according to a recent report, young people aged 8 and 18 are wasting something of time by multitasking. Okay, let's look at the passage. It's number 5, right? So I'm sorry. Let me find this one. Page number 5. Let's search for the keyword. They are. It's here. The keyword is young people aged and 18. Okay, and also it is multitasking. Have you found it? I hope yes, because I haven't found it yet. So, okay. Let me tell you. Yeah, here. In the text, it's written 8 and 18, but without the numbers, with text, right? And in this way, examiner just try to trick you. Don't be tricked. The ages and the so-called generation M are spending a considerable amount of their time in fruitless effort as they multitask. So what is our, look here, spending, wasting synonyms, and it means word after spending is our answer. What does it tell? Spending a considerable amount. Let's search for the synonym of considerable amount. Yeah, it's very easy. It is significant amounts. Significant and considerable are synonyms which mean important. Here, be careful because you really need to boost your vocabulary in IELTS. It's very needed. Okay. Next, because you can not do even listening or reading without knowing the synonyms of word. Number 2, the same tasks. In fact, spending as much as 50% longer than if they did the same tasks. Okay, here. 50%, and it's written here, last sentence of the first paragraph. It argues that in fact these young people are frittering away as much as half of their time again as they would if they performed the same weird tasks one after another. One after another is our answer. Just search for the synonym. Synonym is in sequence. Sequence, one after another. Next. Some young people are juggling a larger and larger array of something as they study. Some young people are an even larger number of what? Here, yeah, we need to do this exercise, this question of electronic devices. Okay, electronic devices is your answer. Here, the examiner wanted to trick you by using the word electronics. Again, you cannot put this word because the answer from the list should be the synonym. Electronics is the same word, it's not a synonym. So the synonym is electronic gizmos. This is the answer, H. I. And here, when there is a word list, your answer will not be the word, but the letter. For example, answer number 1 was L, number 2 A, and number 3 is I. So, answers is your homework.